Yes, people, it's the Doc. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt, aka the Doc in the Arena, the guy that will give you the medical take on sporting topics. Today, Wesley Fofana suffered a horrendous injury in Leicester's pre-season match against Villareal. Pre-season this is absolutely what you do not want in pre-season. So I've got a lot of inquiries about this. Number one, for the analysis of the injury, but secondly, just basically discussing the challenge and how it went down. So what I'm doing today, I'm going to firstly analyse the injury and things I'm concerned about. And secondly, I'm going to put it to you guys, put it to Doc in the Arena court, so to speak. Tell me, was this a fair challenge or a horrendous challenge? I know the outcome kind of skews your thoughts on it, but I've watched this challenge 100 times and I'm interested to see what you guys' thoughts are. Before we dive in, remember, if you like this type of content, click like, then subscribe, then ping the bell and join the party. So let's just watch it straight through. Right, okay, there we are, bang. He's gone straight through Fofana's left leg and did not end up with a pretty result. And if you see slowly on the second bit, you can see his leg is displaced, basically. Right, okay, so just looking at the injury, as you can see, it's a leg break. I can't put it any more simple terms than that. So he's coming from the outside of Fofana's left legs, and as a result of that, obviously, as the force goes through, the leg crumples inwards, basically forcing the ankle into something called eversion. Now, I'm worried about that because remember what I always say with injuries, you got to think structures, you got to think what could get injured. So bone, we know he's got a fracture, but I'm also worried about the ligaments, so the structures that connect bone to bone. Right, and I think that what I would be concerned about is the ligament complex on the inside of that ankle just being torn apart, and also the ligaments that connect your fibula and your tibia together, called the syndesmosis. I'm worried about them being torn apart, basically, with that mechanism of injury. And if those are torn apart, that makes the surgery that he's going to have much more complex, essentially, because what you need to do in this type of injury, firstly, the bones are facing away from each other. They're, it's a displaced fracture. So what you need to do is you need to realign the bones. And as I always say, once you realign the bones, bone heals quite predictably and you can have a good outcome. But the moment you've got ligaments start to be torn and other structures get damaged, they heal a lot less predictably. They produce a lot more swelling and can lead to a more complex return to play. So that's what I'd be worried about. Obviously, everything will be on the anatomy tool so you can see. I'll be worried about those medial ligaments. And the syndesmosis being ripped apart with that type of injury. With that having been said, a bit grim to say, but I actually, looking at the video again, it actually looked like the break, the injury was higher than the ankle joint. It looked quite a high injury, so it looked like the tibia got obliterated, basically. And in a weird way, if that can in some way spare the ligaments down by the ankle joint, then he could have a decent outcome. Difficult to say. What I'm interested in, well, you guys' point of view, is the challenge itself. So many people saying it's a dirty challenge, but let's look at it again slowly, right? He comes through there, 2 seconds into the video. He gets the ball, and he's just stretching for it. A lot of people say that sort of secondary movement where he kind of, for want of a better word, scissors all the way through and twists. He clearly wanted to leave a mark on Fofana, and he obviously did. But he got the ball. Check this. This was a key part of the mechanism. Look, if we stop it there, you can see he gets the ball at the exact same time Fofana's left leg plants. So as a result of that, the left leg has nowhere to go. Now, that's what I'm wondering. Is this a bad foul or bad luck? It can happen in football, these types of injuries. In terms of what happened next, I'm suspecting a 6 months plus recovery period for Fofana. Andre Gomez somehow came back from a similar leg break after 90 days, and I'm genuinely not sure why. I think it must be because, as I said earlier, the ligaments, the other soft tissue injuries weren't as bad. So all we needed to do was fix the bone. And, hopefully Fofana can somehow come back quicker, but I'm suspecting a six months, maybe 6 to 9 month return to play period. And we'll have to see how he gets on. Devastating for Leicester. If they can get him back towards the end of the season, could give them a little boost. But he's an important player for them, and we wish him all the best. Make sure you like the video, drop me a subscribe, join the party. Always nice to have you here. Take care.